Hey everybody, welcome to McKellar Motivational Monday. Today we're going to talk about how to invest in ourselves in ways that you might not have thought of before. And I hope that you all come on in. I hope that you all enjoyed. If you think that any of your friends or followers would like or be interested in this, please take a moment to share. You tap on either the number of viewers or the dots next to it, or you swipe or something. Anyway, there are a lot of ways of sharing, and it's the best way you can support my scopes. Thank you so much, Old Mantras, Abraham. Hi, everybody. Thank you, John, Jonathan. Thank you, Alexa. So, E-Jazz, I don't think so, but thank you if you shared and I missed it. Thank you. Another John, Paruk, Lisa, Bogan, Derek. I didn't miss it, Derek. Hi, Mom. So anyway, yes, you are the D Squad, and thank you for watching the Danny Cam. Yeah, Super Hearts. If you guys heard of this Super Hearts thing, I don't know. If you guys want to do Super Hearts, great. I'm not going to ask you to do them, though, because I think they cost money, which is crazy. That's not what I'm here for. Thank you, Dunn. Thank you, Only About Me Now. Thank you, Derave Light. And so Mom, why do you keep joining? Is the connection bad? I am in the Danica Library. I'm going to go ahead and invite Facebook to join us as well. My weekend was great. Thank you so much. Thank you, Thriver Dad. And thank you again for your shares in advance. And here we go. Oh, good. I'm glad it's working. Hey, everybody. Welcome to McKellar Motivational Monday. My name is Danica McKellar. And every Monday, we do a little motivation to try to just get some good ideas for our week. We're both on Periscope and Facebook Live right now. And we're going to talk about how to invest in ourselves today, how to invest in ourselves in ways that improves our life that we might not have thought of before. Thanks, guys. And before we actually get started, I want to know where you guys all watching from. Where are you located? Because the great thing about this platform, of course, is that we can reach everyone on the globe. And I love that. I love Dallas, UK, New York, awesome, Florida, Mississippi. Now this shows that the connection to Periscope is faster because I'm getting all of the, wow, Chatsworth, San Antonio, Culver City, Richmond, Kansas, Jersey, awesome, love it. So now you guys on Facebook, Illinois, there you go. Okay, so now you've caught up. Norway, that is awesome. Someone's watching from Norway, amazing. Alabama. Thank you, Joshua, for sharing. I really appreciate all your shares, guys. I'm not as familiar with Facebook Live. I guess maybe you can, maybe you type faster. That's funny, Tina. I'm not as familiar with how to share on Facebook Live. But thank you so much for anyone who's sharing. That really means a lot. It's the best way you can support my scopes or my broadcasts. So let's talk about how to invest in ourselves. There is a feeling out there that if you give, then you lose something. Right? Generally speaking, if you give something away, then you don't have it anymore and you've lost something. Yes. The North Pole. That's funny. Fiji? Someone's watching from Fiji. That is amazing. So this idea that if we give, we lose. Now, there's another philosophy which is very universal and very true and truer in a deeper way. And that is, if you give, you receive. Now, it's not always the case, but it can be. Investing in ourselves, investing in our lives can be in the form of giving. Now, that can be giving to yourself. That can be in your work, giving it your all in your work. And that is something that I have actually been experiencing this past weekend. I had a great weekend. I did a lot of investing in myself, in my career as an author, a lot of writing. And I was giving to my project, giving my weekend, giving my time. And what it is actually an investment. You know, I might think, oh my gosh, I spent all that time writing and I didn't really get to, relax as much this weekend, but I was putting stuff in. What you put in, you get out. So that's a different way of thinking of giving of yourself. What you put in, you get out. And that goes for work, that goes for relationships of all kinds. It goes for, if you're in a marriage, what you put in is what you get out. If you don't take that the wrong way, you guys. Oh my God, that totally that sounded so wrong. Forgive me. Anyway, when you invest, when you give, you're actually making an investment. You're making an investment into your relationships, into your work. I heard this story about Michael Jackson where for the album Thriller, which was one of the greatest albums ever, in my opinion. It was actually my first concert that I went to as well. That he heard the first draft, when they had completed the album, everybody thought they were done. They were all toasting with champagne. And he listened to it the next day and said, it's not right. It's not right. It's not good enough. We didn't hit it. We cut corners. It wasn't right. And he invested and redid it. This is the story that I've heard. And that kind of commitment to yourself, that giving yourself and putting that kind of work in is what comes back. Thriller was one of the best-selling albums of all time. So when you yes, it's a hard work ethic, John, absolutely. James, you love Michael Jackson, and maybe part of the reason we love him is because the quality was always so good. And making sure that you put yourself into your work, you give of yourself to your work, you give of yourself into whatever your purpose on this planet is, and in every little moment, you can give yourself to other people. You can give of yourself, share your love, share generosity, whatever it is. Now, here's the key, though. It's easy to slip into a pattern of giving too much of yourself in a way, meaning that you expect something back and you feel like you're just constantly giving other people stuff and giving your time and being generous and no one's giving it back and you feel depleted. That's a different kind of giving. There is a very interesting quote from this book, 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. This is actually today's broadcast is very loosely based on chapter 2. He doesn't talk about investing in yourself, but he does talk about giving and receiving, and that giving and receiving are actually two parts of the same event. Now I'm going to talk about when you give of yourself and you feel like you're giving too much or you're depleting yourself. If through the act of giving you feel like you've lost something, then the gift is not truly given. It is the intention behind the giving and receiving that is the most important thing. The intention should always be to create happiness for the giver and receiver, because happiness is life-supporting and life-sustaining and therefore generates increase, meaning you're investing in your life and it's going to come back to you. The return on your investment, is directly proportional to the giving when it is unconditional and from the heart. So when you do something just because you just feel like being nice, and in that moment of giving, the feeling of satisfaction that you get for having given the thing, let that be your reward. That is how you give an investment into a happy, no strings attached investment. That is the kind that builds relationships. Because let's face it, if you do something generous for a person you're in a relationship with, whether it's a child or a parent or a spouse, and you're like, well, I did that because I'm expecting something back, then it's not a true gift. It's not really unconditional and from the heart. Instead, let it be about that moment right then. So that is why the act of giving has to be joyful. The frame of mind has to be one in which you feel joy in the very act of giving, so that is your reward. Then the energy behind the giving increases many times over. So even when, look, I was working all weekend on my book, and I kept thinking, you know what? Regardless of how this ends up translating into the work, because I was redoing a lot of stuff. I was having to pull some stuff apart. And it was just like the Michael Jackson story I told, where I was looking at some stuff and I'm like, you know what? No, this isn't going to cut it. It needs more. It needs more of me and more of my time and more of my energy. And so I put that in, and I thought, you know, I don't know exactly what the end project is going to be, but let's make this weekend about understanding that quality is important, and let the weekend be about being that person. And that is what the investment is. I hope I'm making sense. What I want to hear from you guys. April, go to mckellarmath.com and you can see all of my books. mckellarmath.com. It's a website I finally started because here's some of my previous books that are still available, of course. And then I've got younger books that I'm writing. I'm in the middle of an 8-book deal. Okay, but what I want to hear is about you guys, when you give, how do you like to give, and how do you put yourself into your work? That might be a long thing to ask. Your job needs more of your time. Being kind is natural giving. If you have nothing to give, you have nothing to gain. I don't quite understand that. I don't quite understand that quote. You bought 2 books for your daughter? Thank you, Daniel. That's awesome. I love it. Yes, you can give other than your money and your time. There's lots of things. What are your favorite things to give? What makes you feel the best? What kind of gift that you give makes you feel the best? Is it giving a smile? Is it giving encouragement to someone? Validation? Because look, a lot of us are looking for validation a lot of the time, for better or worse. Dale Carnegie, yeah, okay, that doesn't surprise me that Dale Carnegie would talk about giving without expecting anything back. Word of affirmation, yes. Time, treasure, talent, volunteer work. You're on your way to a nursing home, Claire. That's beautiful. That's wonderful. Yes, volunteering your time is a gorgeous thing to do. Helping other people. You know, a lot of times if we're feeling depressed or just unmotivated, if we get out of ourselves and help somebody else, that can be a wonderful way to get out of that funk. And the gift is giving you something in return. You love the feeling when you make someone happy just by helping them. Yes, Lisa. And yet so much of the time we can slip right back into the zero-sum game mentality, which is if we give, then we lost. So it's a great reminder to us. Whatever you do, big or small, do it well or don't do it at all. The quote went up the page so fast, but I think that's what it was. Spontaneous acts, random acts of kindness. Yes. You help with a boxing club. Sounds cool. Is it like for kids or something? You can ask people, how can I be of use? Right, how can I be of service? That's wonderful. You bought Goodnight Numbers and Kiss My Math? Thanks, Jimmy. So what do you guys, so you've told me some ways that you like to give. How about making investments in yourself? What kinds of investments do you like to make in yourself? And that can be anything from exercise to eating healthy. You buy guns a lot. You know what really matters is what you do with those guns. Yes, deliberate acts. Random. Yes, deliberate acts are more powerful than random acts typically. Absolutely. You give yourself a break. Yes, you should give yourself. Yes, that's of course also important. And I did work a lot this weekend, but I gave myself a few breaks. I did yoga. I have a sauna. It's kind of a random thing for detox. I did my sauna. Yes, eating healthier is an amazing investment to make in yourself. Oh, someone is coming home. Hang on, guys, 1 second. Hang on 1 second. Hey, Susan. Hi, I'm in the middle of doing a live scope, just FYI. Don't worry about it, it's fine. Oh, you help a boxing club with kids. That's amazing. Yes, purchasing things to help with their passions. Absolutely, that's a great investment. Saving up and saying, okay, well, this is going to help me in my passion and the thing that I'm meant to do on this planet. Exercising. Yes, exercising is an amazing gift to give yourself because in that moment, you're getting a gift, which is the endorphins, like you said, shiny shoes. Such a cute name. And also a future investment because you're going to feel better for the rest of the day and you're going to be a more fit, healthy person. You're helping your heart. We've got to exercise our heart. Well, thank you guys so much. I hope that you gained something from this and the idea that when we give, we can receive. You reap what you sow. And some people like to think of it as karma. What we put into the world comes back to you. But I think it's even more useful to think about in that moment how what you put back is coming back to you for yourself. Not based on what anybody else says or what their reaction is to your gift or anything else. You know that you're the kind of person who does good things. And that can be enough to make you feel happy and satisfied. And make a great investment in yourself. Right now in the moment, feeling good, and also in the future. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for your shares, for your follows. Thank you for answering my little questions. You invest yourself in meditation. That's wonderful. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all that. And I wish you a wonderful week. Bye.